out. Luffy and Law alliance is actually great, especially if it's about to take down one of the Yonko. I don't know which one of that, definitely not Shanks, that is for certain. And you guys are mentioning that this impactful, the interaction between Luffy and his crew will be great. I wonder actually where is Law crew. I would love to see more interaction between Law's crew and Luffy's crew, because why not? This is something which we don't really get in One Piece. Luffy's crew and some alliance whole crew and their interactions, we could easily discover some of the great characters and new possible ways how characters like Frankie, Usopp and others actually behave in such situation, which is cool because we've got a lot actually from the first 5 Straw Hats, but I'm still lacking a little bit from the additional Straw Hats. Starting, I think, from Robin. Yes, we got a lot from Robin. I do see her, but even after the time skip, yes, her mood, her perspective and jokes are going super dark, which I love it. I would love to discover more about that. So that is a possibility with a Law's crew and Luffy's crew to interact each other for some greater character development. Law alone, I still don't know much about except that he is already a warlord, yes? So I'm just thinking to myself, in the future, he is a warlord and he wants to make an alliance with a casual pirate, yeah? Because Luffy is okay, he is a supernova, yes, he is a massive rookie, probably no longer a rookie. However, Law works directly now with the government or Marines. Luffy doesn't. How much their alliance will impact each other, right? Is Luffy gonna be in a position that, okay, Marines will not gonna go after Straw Hats anymore? Is thanks to that alliance, Luffy could somewhat reunite with Monkey D. Garp and become like Garp actually wishes him to be, maybe not direct being a Marine, but indirectly as a warlord. That will actually make Garp's wishes come true, right? Also, how this will impact in Law, because it can go different directions. It can go to the direction that Law actually will have to relinquish his warlord title, because that is hard to judge how this would behave. Probably it's gonna be depends of the hierarchy, where for the choosing crocodile replacement, that was Sengoku plus couple of warlords. So in this case, it's gonna be Akaino's decision, and Akaino and Luffy have some bad blood between them, isn't it? So I'm not really thinking that it's gonna be in Luffy's favor unless Garp gonna get involved. But that's obviously if their alliance gonna be out of reach. But there is Smoker, right? If Smoker somehow survive, and he needs to survive because he needs to save or rescue those kids, because there is no chance those kids gonna get either in Law or Luffy's ship. There is plenty of obstacles on the way with the alliance. Just to finish off my thought, Smoker can actually reveal that Law and Luffy are within an alliance. And Smoker will be pursuing that Luffy will be treated still as a pirate, possibly Law as well because of that, because Smoker wants to capture Luffy. He's not gonna change his mind unless really big thing happening like Robin Luffy, that kind of stuff, that he's gonna be saved some miraculously. So yeah, maybe he will change the perspective. I'm not so sure about that, especially when Smoker is a Vice Admiral already, knows Haki, have a tremendous power, Devil Fruit. Yes, he is having a downside because his personality got shifted, he lost to Law. However, he is not as in desperate position to reach for Luffy's kind of help or maybe favor. But before we go, there's also a second comment quickly, because these characters are not really likable, which I realized in the comment section. Yeti Cool Brothers. I mean, to be honest, I just only spoke about how I supposed to treat them in case of the power levels, because their speed is outstanding. They could outspeed Gear 2 literally, so they are some kind of force to be recognized with. However, their offensive attack, which power levels actually taken into account, their offensive output instead of overall fighting capabilities, they are just using big cannons, so I'm not sure they actually will be that great, that big of a deal, unless, you know, taking down Zoro and those two will actually give them a pretty big wound. Because if that's actually also a gas, that is not great fit. Let's go to the reaction. So many things can happen now. I love the opening. This is one of the best openings. I mean, there is few actually songs which I really like. This is one of them, definitely. I really like this freaking opening. Oh, we actually gonna get the Zoro probably afterwards. Yeah. But they're really not even concerning. It looks like if that's actually after, there is no much damage to it. So, Yeti Cool Brothers, it's an L. Make it happen to talk. But that is, I remember that scene, that is before the freaking, the collapse. Oh yeah? So, basically Zoro fought about Yeti swordsman. Sanji was obvious, but what is this brook? I think it's like a mysterious creature, isn't it? With the guns, of course. And of course it's a freaking gas. Yeah. That is an L. Yeah, quickly. Oh, Nami's body in action, ladies and gents. Oh, he actually got tired pretty quick. Oh, wow. They totally ignored those two tall towers, those Yeti brothers. They weren't even worth for chase. Mysteriously paralyzed. Probably Yeti brothers again as well. Unless he just got frozen. Oh, that's why he got paralyzed. Yeah, there are pirates and pirates, Kinemon. Need to make a judgment on pirates. Good job, Sanji. I think they got an ally thanks to that. Proper ally now. Because he is so grateful. What, the jelly thing? They're running away from the jelly. Eat it. Lame. Oh! That jelly is that big? A mountain? Ooh! That may be troublesome. Stop standing! None of them is capable to fight jelly or thing, no. No Nami, no Frankie, they need range, and no Usopp, they need range attack, possibly fire, or ideally wind. Okay. Or maybe Haki can do the trick, I'm not sure now. So it's a poison gas. I'm pissed off now, I really, why the innocent animals have to die? I don't care about Marines, but why animals? As of right now, Caesar Clown is my enemy. I do not like him. And torture him as well, after kidnapping, please. And then give it to Law to take out his heart. Why not? What's that? I believe something gonna collapse anytime soon. So that is a ship. What is this? What about Haki? Can he use Haki even in this body? He should be able to. He's freaking teleporting like just like that. Holy shit. Yeah, freaking low. I slowly starting to understand why his devil fruit is so versatile now. That's a good question. Why not do it alone? I mean, he probably doing that for the sake of the alliance because maybe he wants to test Luffy. Maybe he's having a problem as he's saying, but you know, for the Yonko he needs help. Luffy! Yeah! Well, he launched a torpedo or something? Who's that? The trio, yeah? Three of them. Okay? Love that. Love the wings. Missile, yeah, Luffy. I don't know if if Law actually mentioned they have to do it silently. Luffy's idea freaking works! Okay? Oh, so it is supposed to be a secret. But this is G5, isn't it? Mainly. Well, that's it? That will be the end of the episode? Yeah. He is so freaking happy! Even I want to laugh. The thing's progressing pretty fast. He saw a little bit of a low, we got a little bit of a smoker. Yeah, I just realized, I think the most important thing from that episode is me realizing how bad is Caesar and how much I actually hate him. Another episode. Oh, so it's not only G5, okay? I wonder if that message gonna get to the Caesar actually. Okay? There are definitely not brown birds underneath because they will be running away fast. He's still going after Straw Hats, wow. So easy. So easy. If their main force were freaking Yeti Ghoul Brothers and they are down, that's over. Literally for season count, isn't it? Yeah. If they even fighting freaking G5 now. Okay. He's not realized that's Tashigi, isn't it? Come on, but it's not a big deal to finish off quickly Tashigi from Luffy's perspective, come on! There's no need to skip it. Usopp can make them sleep again, right? Think that's best. Oh wow! They immune now! Or maybe just the drag, not letting them to sleep. Oh wow! They are strong! Right, that was last call. I mean, there's still option of Haki, yeah? Luffy can make them unconscious. Stomach egg! Oh, yeah, so freaking easy. He's upset. I wonder if their voice actually changes as well from their mouth. Don't block that. I don't think so. It's actually this strong. It's just the jute. The one was weak. Yeah, he don't have high opinion on freaking Tashigi, right? He laughed at him. What, he's gonna knock down Smoker? No way. Nah, he's going for randoms. I don't think so Smoker and Changed Body have any chance actually. The only ones why he was actually putting Luffy to, weakened Luffy is just his weapon. Okay? Yo, that's fast! He is so casually talking to Smoker right now. The standards changed by law. Is Luffy actually Admiral level, level above Smoker? I'm not sure about that. If I would be them, I would try to avoid that jelly just in case. I wonder if Haki actually can do something to that jelly. That's the only, Smoker is there, but it's not in his body, right? Well, if you make a hole that's spreading gas. Holy shit. That's not good. It's actually alive, so it's not even an attack, but it's so small. Well, he can... Smiley, so it's like slime, so he probably can divide, yeah. And how you know that? It's option, yeah, as I said, fire is good, but how he know it's all resistant? Until you try. But even if you burn the poison, it's still gonna be smoke, so it's still gonna be a poison gas. So it's working, but they're gonna burn the whole ship though. Oh! It explodes! It explodes! So you cannot use fire. If the fire is the trigger, probably it is. So Frankie ain't helpful now. And the ship go down. Oh. So it is an attack. The possible way of killing it is basically burning it and somewhat surviving the explosion. So it's best to dice it up before and then burn it to create smaller explosions, right? Zoro just clicked. But it can spark on you still, Zoro. Oh, Master is here. That should be easy for Luffy. he wants confirmation, for God's sake. Weak to water. He actually admitting that. I'm not sure it's actually a smart idea to came out of here, but he's supposed to be somewhat. Yeah, Luffy got him, but he forgot to beat him up first. So lame. The second episode is explaining how terrifying is the slime, and that's about it. And obviously the interaction between Luffy and Smoker pick very, very good stuff, and that's about it. Master is showing his stupidity all of a sudden. Let's see how much stupid he is. Last episode. Yeah, it's actually polluting the water. Zoro is pretty... He has a pretty sharp eye here. He is the best suited. I think Zoro would do it much faster here because he is in his body, but... well... Or maybe Brook, because he have no skin, so he not feeling the cold, really. No, Brook cannot, because he have devil fruit. W, Sanji? Make a wall? Make a hole to fall, make them fall into the hole? That Zoro can do. Maybe freeze them, actually. Brook could do that. Date, alright? All of a sudden the mood changes even though the poison is freaking dropping. Oh, he actually getting serious. Okay, he ran away. Huh. What's that? Huh. So he's trying to poison Luffy. But isn't Luffy immune to poison? Due to Magellan? He can't do it. Come on, that is lame. Luffy not using his hand, nothing. Yeah, figured. Yeah, they even mentioned Magellan, wow. Gear 2. Well, one hit and his spirit is broken. Okay, Haki the only way for Luffy actually. Tough one. But one silly explosion not gonna stop Luffy. But what happened to his freaking Gatling? He's supposed to be a dime. Is he really? Well, that was maybe inside Luffy then. He actually can order them. They cut Luffy. But Luffy's immune to poison, at least that much. So a bigger explosion. That is a big one. Okay. I mean, I'm having a feeling that Luffy is actually nerfed heavily here. He's not avoiding anything. He's thinking that he got this and he don't even need to avoid, run or block at the attacks. That's what I'm realizing here. That Luffy becomes slightly overconfident. I wonder if Luffy actually would be dead right now, yeah? What's gonna happen with a freaking Straw Hat? There's no way he's down, not within that silly attack. Even though it's quite powerful. It's gonna be another tournament event in a moment. Luffy gonna show up, it's so obvious. Yep, figured. I mean, he's doing Gear 2, it's not really like he's overconfident. Okay. That's it. Well, is he actually done already? I think it's gonna be another tournament event and Caesar gonna be on the topper in a moment. Yeah, he's just... What's up? Don't tell me the poison gas actually works. After effect or something? Really? He is in pain. What did he do now? He's out! What? Well, I didn't expect that much. What's up? Why she went down so quickly? All of them. So it's not after effects. That's brand new attack. Something with a throat. Is it breathing? He took out the oxygen? Yeah, oxygen is actually a gas. Cause what else with this? It's like you cannot breathe. Cause what else could do? Wow, that's actually clever. He's freaking out. Because it's not sleeping thing. They freaking out. This is very effective attack. Really? I am shocked. Oh wow, this is amazing. This will be like a second time or second. Yeah, second time Luffy actually loses. What now? What happened? What is happening now? I am in shock. Everybody are freaking down. This situation is not like they are in a grave danger. Caesar and Crown is not an opponent to be fallen like that. There must be a trick. I mean, he took down the freaking oxygen. What with now? They're gonna lose. Holy shit. I mean, there's still Zoro to help and Sanji. Who's this guy? Is this guy Joker? If Caesar Clown would want to kill them, then he will kill and that will be end of the show. But I don't know what is in the mind of a Caesar Clown. I am so curious what's gonna happen now. I mean, that came all of a sudden. That, you know, that wasn't even in a brief moment. I knew he's gonna have an advantage of nothing because that advantage, the Caesar Clown over Luffy for a brief moment because that was to be expected, but not to that freaking extent.